Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter, and I'm welcoming you to yet another ASG Golf video. We're doing the 80s 2000s tour live from Bay Hill. Now, normally we would actually be doing the 80s 2000s like last week, but because I had some stuff, a mini tournament, playoff tournament, I decided to do the Al Red Sox Fan and Friends tournament next. And then we saw the winner, that being Mark Jones, get himself into the early tens tournament at the expense of RJL Network, who did not get some back nine magic. Nevertheless, the 80s 2000s, the last tour to finish in October, and then they'll head for November. If you win a tournament, you go to Augusta for the year-end tournament, which starts this year on New Year's Day in 2026 and lasts 4 days, of course, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the winners have been Curtis Strange, Seve Ballesteros, Andy Bean, Ernie Els, Vijay Singh, Hendrik Stenson, Justin Rose, Zach Johnson, and Hal Sutton. What a nice lineup. Like Andy Bean probably is the weakest of the 9 winners. If you take runner up, you can go to a backdoor tournament at the end of December because there are 6 spots per tour. So 4 tours times 12 monthly winners is 48. And then the 6 wildcards per 4 is 24. So that's 72 men. KJ Choi, Brooks Litsky, Phil Mickelson, Brett Quigley, Joey Sindelar, Ben Crenshaw, and the past 2 months have been Sergio Garcia. Well, Justin Rose took second in February, but he won in July. So that means his second place is null and void, which is good. We are going to be keeping our eyeballs on Hal Sutton and his group first today. All right, so Hal Sutton's in Group 14 with Doug Toole and Ryuji Imada. For Bay Hill, versus done by Imada. Winner Mihaki Goju Look 256. Doug Toole, not bad on the right hand side. Looks like the curve of North America being to South America. But anyway, Hal Sutton, who won last month, he is eligible to win again. He would be kicked out for November and December. Up and over. Oh wow! Out of the bunker into the wrap. That's pretty good. Toole, who's on the green? 5 yards, about 15 feet away. Madasan. Plunk into the bunker, and he doesn't get out of that one. Madasan getting close. And we get a par putt here. Set it. Not bad. Still a par. Toole for birdie. No. Not a par. 19 for par for Romana. Fluke. He went overboard. All right. On to number 2. Toole. Up and over on the par 3. That's not bad. He's on the green. Yes, he is. Well, they say fairway, but I think he's on the green. So, Sutton. Nice. He runs dead center, but he misses the bunker and rolls on the green about 21 feet away. I'm Canadian, so I know that 30 feet is yard. Tools might as well putt. 32 feet. He's off by 2. No par. Mono wants to putt. He's off by 2 feet. He'll par. 32 birdie. Too much. No par. On to number 3, please. All right, on to 3. Here at Bay Hill. On the right-hand side, he's kind of close. First cut, though. Sutton. That's a boomerang. Cool. Well, the pin position is on the front of the green. Madasan. Sutton. Smack that. Toole for birdie. Too much. He's off by 3. Mada for birdie. He's off by foot. He'll par. Sutton for birdie. Nope. He'll par. Toole should be able to par. Nope. The winds have picked up, I think. Yeah, I think the winds have picked up a bit. I think they picked up. All right, this is par 5, so if you don't get on the green in 2, don't panic. As long as you can get on the green in 3, you should be A-okay. Sudden, whoops, that is onto the cart path. Model, saying, well, I got on the green. Sudden's going to have a tough angle. He's going to take this angle. Not a bad idea. He's 36 yards away in the bunker. 12, second shot. He will be off by 27. So that's not bad. He'll have a nice pitch shot for 30. Nada. Just do that every goes to 22. And he's got an eagle attempt. Sudden, ouch. That hurt. Cool. Over everything. He's on. Let's do me for every putt. Well, Sudden doesn't necessarily have to win. I mean, his first place will not be taken away. Like, it's like second place. Like, people are saying Joey Sindelar. If he does horribly in the next tournament, does that mean his second place gets dropped? The answer is no, because that is the worst case scenario, no matter what. Amount for you go. Nope, he's off by 3. That's a birdie. Cool. He misses by foot. He'll par. And everyone gets Jim Furyk, Eagle. So now he's your leader. Furyk has not had a top 2 finish this year. Jim Furyk has he won a tournament? Yes, he's won 1. Just to let you know that Rick Massengale, or is it Don Massengale? Sorry, Don Massengale. Yeah, Don Massengale, Greg Norman, and Jimmy Thompson won in the other tours. So they will be headed to a Bristol too. I think this will be the first time for Thompson. That's the first time for Thompson, yeah. Massengale, I think this is his first time. Yes, it is. And Greg Norman, this will not be the first time. This will be the second time he's headed for Augusta. Sudden bobbles that shot on tee shot, and it will be very far away on his 30 putt. Manasan, not bad. He's touching my perpendicular with that roll. Tool. For birdie. 9-8. Manasan, out by foot. Okay. Too much. Some for par. Yes. Two for par. Donuts. He misses. Yeah, Jim Furyk's won. On the 6. This is one of the big ones. Is that you've got a blind tee shot, and you got to make sure that you don't land too far left. It is a par 5, so it is easily accessible. But you got to be careful here. The smart thing to do is not go for the green in 2. Just go around it, because a birdie's better than landing in the water. Whoa, that took a massive skip. And nice shot by Umada-san. So he's 3 yards away. 7. Tool. Same thing. For birdie. No. Missed again. Now for birdie. Nope, he couldn't do what he wanted to. Okay, whatever. Here's Umada-san. Up and over. Okay. Nice. Very nice. That is makeable. Sudden. That's not so makeable. That's going to be a long-ass putt. Tool. For birdie. He's like, seize the day. Tool. Oh my goodness. Send for par. Oops, it'll fall. Or not. Jeez, I thought he had it. Bob May starts -4, 4 straight birdies. Bob May is the guy who famously lost to Tiger at the PGA, I think it was in 2000, when Tiger ran after his shot. 30 putt. 2 on 8, not bad. 247. Manasan. To the right-hand side, 254. Second. Second shot. Over the water. He's there. Okay. Took a little bit of sudden. Nice. Oh, too bad. If he hadn't gone back, I think he would have definitely been didn't hit. Minus 69 feet. Not so nice. For par. Yeah, I thought Imano was going to get 12 for birdie. 1.4. Sudden. Put there. George Burns, not the actor, not the comedian, but the golfer is now at -3. How sudden, way wide on that shot. Cool. The wide right. Drop at Nader is relief. Well, that's not a relief. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. That ain't a plop, plop, fizz, fizz. That's a plop. Sudden? Ooh, nice. Let's get it. Imada. That's okay. Could have been worse. Long as good. Sudden for birdie. This is by Optimus Picks. And here's that car here. It could be worse. So we are going to be watching the rest of the way they did the front 9. Right now, Mark James has the lead. Does he not? Mark James. So yeah, a lot of groups still have to play. Stuff. Guys from the 1980s who have won: Tom Watson, Curtis Strange, Ben Crenshaw, Larry Winker, Gary Cook, Isaac Aoki, Andy Bean, Fuzzy Seller, Sammy Ballesteros, Bill Rogers, and Hal Sutton. On the other side of the coin, guys from the 2001: Phil Mickelson, Tiger, VJ, Matt Johnson, Sergio, Bubba Watson, Anthony Kim, Camilo Villegas, Stuart Sink, Adam Scott, Stephen Ames, Jim Furyk, Ernie Els, and Hendrik Stenson. Justin Rose, triple bogey. Well, the good news is he's in the Tournament of Champions no matter what. I see Stephen Ames a little. I see Dave Little up there. Not bad. Uncle Dave Little doing pretty well for himself. -2. Right now, he's in the top 20. Adam Scott with a quad bogey. Yikesies. And he drops to +3. He was at -1. Adam Scott with that polo style putter. Croquet style, I should say. Polo my ass. So, yeah. Retief Goose is now at -7, so the goose might not be cooked. I burped. Bubba Watson, Eagles to go to -3. Oh, score 6-0. Winds have picked up a little bit. So Retief Goosen is your leader at 7 under par. Nicely done. Bob May and Aaron Baddeley. Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Sorry, Aaron. Flashback. But yeah, Bob May and Aaron Baddeley both -6. Mark James and Eddie Bean are at -5. Bean does not have to win another tournament because he's won already. If he wins another one, then it's not him who will get the trip to Augusta. It's the next guy down. And Bean would be booted from November and December. Jeb Furyk, Hunter Mahan, Chip Beck, and Larry Mize are all at -4. KJ, Brett Roderick, Charlie Hell III, Chad Campbell, for Peter Leonard, Chris Riley, Mark McCumber, Luke Donald, Henrik Stenson, Jay Haas, and Sam Torrance are all at -3. Uncle Dave Little's at -2. I just noticed him there. Stephen Ames -2, so he's doing okay. Mike Weir, not so much, +3. On the other side of the coin, +9 by Jonathan Kay, +8 by Bart Bryan and Todd Hamilton and Joyce Sindelar. But as I said, Sindelar, because he took second place, cannot lose his backup spot, no matter what. And of course, this is a normal stroke play, so it's the top 70 in ties. Right now, even par would make the cut, so we would have 83 men in this tournament. People like Rex Caldwell, put that cigarette out. Paul Casey, Sean Michel, Chris DeMarco would make the cut, whereas people like Calvin Pete, Jumbo Osaki, David Frost, Kenny Perry, Justin Rose, Thomas Bjorn, and Len Matisse would miss by a stroke. So anyway, we'll have action, and we are going to be keeping our eyeballs on Sergio's group. Sergio, I should be able to find him. He's a Spanish flag. There he is, with VJ and Sergio Garcia. VJ at +7, yikes. Scott Simpson, even par with Sergio +2, so Sergio might not be playing. He's a back-to-back second place golfer, but I think he won't do it. And who's the Uncle Dave Little playing as? Number 47. So Dave Little is playing in a group with Rob Pampling and Mark James. So that's pretty good. Let's see if Dave Little can do it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.